Hello, it's great being here again this morning. For the past days, we've been treating a series of issues about life and business mastery. We said that if you cannot sharpen the axe that will cut the tree, that it will be a difficult task cutting the tree. I'm not with my microphone this morning, so you pardon if the sound didn't sound right. Now, we want to work on the wise traveler this morning, the wise traveler. And I'm going to also read partly from my book, Discover Yourself, published by Author House UK. Now, we said that knowledge of oneself through introspection and information is the basis for conquering self. And self-conquest is the mother of all conquest, we agreed. Now the truth is that he who conquers others is strong, but he who conquers himself is mighty. Now in the Bible book of Proverbs chapter 16 verse number 32, Solomon says that, quote, "He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit can be taken than he that taketh a city." Now it's very simple to say that anyone who has tried knows that conquering yourself is one of the most difficult things to actually achieve. Now when you find yourself immersed in self-battle where you want to actually conquer an addiction, it could be smoking, it could be sexual addiction, it could be any character or anything that is it could even be watching the television, or watching a particular program, or even watching football. You find out that it's so difficult, and I bet you anything you want to stop and it's difficult for you to stop, watch it is the problem. Now that is why you must not allow yourself get immersed in one bad habit or another, that you come to the end of your strength and your weight trying to actually fight. Now it's pertinent to be vigilant and sieve properly before you allow yourself become accustomed to anything. Now constant self-examination is one of the foremost attributes of wisdom, and incessant conscientious meditation and self-analysis at the inception of vigilance. He who cannot be vigilant cannot recognize danger. He who cannot recognize danger cannot identify himself, because he cannot identify others. Now, Charles Caleb Cussons, he says, and I quote, "He that knows himself knows others, and he that is ignorant of himself could not write profound lectures on other men's heads." So it's very important that whether you are in business, whatever you are doing, in marriage, in whatever aspect of life you are, always strive to understand who you are first. It's so important. So self-examination, self-analysis, introspection, they're very important. Have time in the morning when you sit down, first thing early in the morning, think about your life, think about where you're going, think about what you've achieved, think about what you still want to achieve, think about who you are day, consistently, and trying to actually walk around your life. Now we were talking about the wise traveler, and we said that from our knowledge of the physical world, for journeys to be successful, must know where they are, they must know where they are going to, and know how to reach their destination. In other words, if you want to make this journey here on the earthly plane successful, you must be a wise traveler. And the mark of a wise traveler is simple. You must know where you are, you must know where you are going, you must know how to reach your destination. Even if you don't know all the hows of reaching your destination, but at least you must know the first step to start taking. Now, wise travelers must take into cognizance foreseeable contingencies and leave room for unforeseen ones as they plan their journey. Now this common sense logic is perfectly true of our transient pilgrimage here on the earthly plane, as is true of our inroad into business, inroad into marriage, inroad into our eternity. Now it's very important to say, if you do not prepare and plan for your journey here on the earthly plane, you are directly and relentlessly planning to fail. To that extent, whatever you want to go into, you need to plan it. Even when you want to talk to people, even when you want to go your marketing, even about life, about marriage, about your business, whatever you want to do, you need to plan. See it as a journey and find out, do I have enough fuel in my car? Do I have enough, is my tire okay? My tire, my brake, is it working well? And all those. Now, when you are able to do that, it can be akin to ASK, attitude, skills, and knowledge that you need to actually do well here on the earthly plane. Now, Glenda Klaus says that change is inevitable, but growth is intentional. So without proper organization, there cannot be solid structure. For you to, change is inevitable. Whether I like it or not, in the next few years, all these places shall get wide, whether I like it or not, unless I'm dying it. But you see, for me to prosper and become greater than who I am today, I must, be very, very intentional about it. But as for growth, as for a change, it's inevitable. And one thing about life is that if you decide not to do something about life, life will naturally drift you to where it wants you to be, and most times it's not the right way. Now, there cannot be proper organization in somebody who is in a state of internal personality chaos. You're always not happy. You don't have mental equanimity. You don't know even who you are. When people look at you in some ways, you are afraid. If you want to do something and somebody says, and someone looks at you sarcastically, you drop what you wanted to do. You're not living an authentic life. You should start living an authentic. You should do things out of conviction. It's very important to know that posterity will forgive you for wrong actions, but they will never forgive you for inaction. What did you do when this thing was happening? We're in a country, in my country, where you talk about corruption, where you talk about unemployment, where you talk about people committing suicide and all those. What are you doing? Do the little you can. Just mind your corner. The little corner where you are, mind it. With the social media, you can do a lot, get the word out there and all those. Now the question is, who am I? Now, who am I is among the most important questions, both in the order of chronology and in the order of priority. If the question must be intuited to consciousness in the wise traveler, you have to have a state of mental calm. You have to have a state of mental calm. Have a place, a secret place where you can stay. I'm in the office this morning. I decided I don't want any of my work around here. And I decided I need to just do my podcast and do my thinking and do my writing and all this. Have a time where you just stay one place and say, let me alone. Early in the morning in your house, time you put up the phone, time you put up, these gadgets, these distractions, and now, talk to yourself, have meeting with yourself. Now, it is not uncommon to see around us those that are at war with themselves. This results from many factors which revolve around ignorance. It revolves around ignorance. When you are not happy with yourself, it's about ignorance. What you cannot change, you cannot change. What you do, trying to transmogrify it, trying to make it metamorphose, have a metamorphosis into something that becomes, good for you. Make every stumbling block a stepping stone. That's what I've decided with my own life. Every stumbling block in my life must become a stepping stone. That's what I've decided very long ago. Every disadvantage must become, an advantage. Every disability must become an ability. Every end of the road, must turn it into bend in the road, because I know God has given me the strength, the power, and with His power, I can do what I want to do. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. I can do all things through His power. The power is available to me. So what do I do? What I do is that I make sure that I don't give the wrong interpretations to situations. Now, it's very important to know that ignorance is a very powerful tool that powers of darkness, devil, environment use to keep us where we belong, or where they think we belong. Now, ignorance could be the absence of knowledge of what one should know, but ignorance also can have another version. In my book Discover Yourself, I said there could be what I call ignorance of addition. Now, ignorance of addiction, this could be subtle and controversial, but it results from knowing what you should not know and neglecting what you should know. You see, I don't think of myself, I have a PhD, I'm academic, this one, but I don't think of myself as being, really knowledgeable. Because what I do is that, where can I find the kind of information I need, that I need to accomplish the task I want to accomplish? I don't want to be an encyclopedia that knows everything in my head. While a student, I've been a best student all my life. But you see, I don't have need of, just knowing and being encyclopedic. I take note of the things that will help me in my journey. If the knowledge has nothing to do with where I'm going to, I'm not interested. I'm not interested at all. To that extent, ignorance of addiction is knowing what you should not know and neglecting what you should know. When people are spending their energies in their rat race or trying to know what they should not know, it deprives them the opportunity to know what they should know. In these people, there is an inversion of priority. When you arrange your needs in such a way that the least important becomes the most important, we now say you have what we call ignorance of addiction. Now, internal personality chaos is very, destructive to being a wise traveler. Shed all the weight, shed all the negative weights that you don't need. Forgive people even before they sin against you. Have a mind that is very free. Don't always be judgmental. Allow people to do what they want to do. When people come around you, try to be free so that you can, you can't change everybody. So at a particular time, let some things go. Now, internal personality chaos emanates from being who you are not. Now, the who you are not is worse than the seemingly pitiable who you feel you are. When you think, this I am, and I don't like it, and you are pitying yourself, going to pity party, you are making a great mistake. Who you are is more important than who you want to be. To that extent, from where you are now, find out what you can do to get into where you want to be. If you live who you are and you are not treating the issues and you are pitying yourself, you are preferring the who you are not, not working on who you are, that's a problem. So start from who you are, not losing sight of where you are going and who you want to be. Now, only cowards run away from their shadows. Identity and integrity are some of the main substances in personality. As we know it, it's not the who that makes the monk, but the monk in the monk. As a wise traveler, I encourage you, in order to reach your destination, we must use all this important tool called self-discovery. Discover who you are. Every other thing will fall in place. It's very important to know that when I meet you next, we should be talking about the unique you. Till then, remain blessed and stay celebrated always. Thank you very much.